Welcome back everyone to Medway Wrestle. As you can see, there are a lot of parcels for us to open. We're going to get all these opened up and see what's inside. So first up, let's start with this box one. Nice bit of packaging. So there we have, is that a Bobby Roode or is that, oh no, it's a Cowboy James Storm. So Jack's Deluxe. Yeah, I've had one of these before in the tag team, but it didn't have the kind of the painted gauntlets on there. But yeah, really nice conditioned figure. So first time for Medway Wrestle having this one. So I feel that this bundle is a bit of a TNA theme. As next up, it is Abyss. Again, yeah, butterfly joints way before the days of the Ultimate Editions. Although the legs didn't get much movement on them. But a great figure, a rare figure to get as well. I think this is maybe the Marvel ToyBiz figure. This is definitely staying in with the TNA vibe. Another Marvel ToyBiz figure. Christopher Daniels. Again, these Marvel ToyBiz figures are pretty good. Articulation wise, there's lots on there. You know, very similar to an Ultimate Edition really in terms of what you get. Even the little fingers move. Nice jacket. And then we've got the man who doesn't age. R-Truth, or in this iteration he would have been, oh, it was Ron Killings, wasn't it? Yeah, which is where the R-Truth come from, I suppose. Impact Ron Killings, yeah, there we go. Again, great figure. I've not seen any of these ones that we've unpackaged so far. I've never had at Medway Wrestle before. So these are all new additions to the site. And this last one here. Okay, so this is Bobby Roode. Back with a Canadian flag on there. Again, lots of articulation. You've got the middle bit there as well. So I think these are Marvel ToyBiz. I don't know if you can kind of make that out on the bottom there. But Mattel seem to take a lot of inspiration from these figures, I feel. Or is it the other way around? Did Marvel ToyBiz take the inspiration from Mattel? Because I think the year that this one came out is 2007. So it would have been before Mattel had the license. So maybe they did show Mattel. Next up, we have a bag. Very poorly packaged bag. Doesn't seem like there's any packaging up in there whatsoever. Nope, look at that. Terrible. Absolutely terrible how people send stuff like this, but it happens. But we have some decent figures in there. We have got the Big Boss Man back in the Attitude Era. It's almost like the Shield beta version of Big Boss Man. You know, he was basically the Shield before the Shield existed, especially when you had Bull Buchanan, who was part of it as well and kind of dressed similar. And we have another Boss Man, but this time the original Boss Man that I remember back in the late 80s. The Big Boss Man in his police attire. Little mark there. That might come off though, a bit of cleaning. But yeah, great addition. We just recently sold a Boss Man as well, so it's nice to get him back in. And then we have the tag team, Cody Rhodes and Goldust with the tag titles as well. I mean, it was a really good priced bundle, to be fair. So I am surprised when people do just package in a bag, though. You know, even just some newspaper or bubble wrap or something just to protect the figures. But these, you know, ultimately have come okay. So on this occasion, it's worked out all right. But I have had figures that have come broken because people just package them in a bag. But hey ho, it is what it is. But this is Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes. Let's move on to another bag. This one feels like it's been a bit more packaged up. Maybe. The inception of bags, in bags, in bags. But ultimately, there are the figures. There we go. Right, let's see what we've got in here. I think this was just a bit of a mixed bundle. Just again, it was a decent price that we went for. Let's have a look. So we have got a little Seth Rollins basic, the Dolph Ziggler basic, nice little Kurt Angle there, Jax, with his outfit on, cloth goods outfit. It's a nice little addition. We've got the Macho Man with the glasses as well, which is a bit of a shocker. Usually those glasses go missing, especially on these cheaper bundles, but they're there. His outfit's on back to front, but hey ho, we can sort that out. That is not a problem, but this is a nice little Macho Man figure. We have got a Kevin Owens. Oh, there's an Elite Dean Ambrose with, here we go. Look at that, broken foot, which wasn't advertised as broken. I'm guessing that has come off either in the post or someone has just hid that in there, but hey ho, it is what it is. We can maybe get that fixed up and just sell him off cheap. Let's see, either that he's that's after his match with Darby Allin the other day. We have got a Jericho, a nice little jacket. It's a cool little top actually, that top. Can be used on a Mattel figure. And we have a Lex Luger, so the Narcissist Lex Luger, just before he had his run as kind of like the All-American. Is that meant to be around the other way, I think? Well, there we go. That seems to be better for the movement there. There we go. And then a little Kalisto basic. So nice little bundle there, especially for the money. Let's move them over. And next up we have a bag, which is quite a large bag. It comes split over two. So this is part one, which looks like lots of boxed figures with very poor box conditions, I'd imagine, seeing as they've sent them in a bag. I mean, look at that. Look at the state of that. That is how that has come in. Terrible, absolutely terrible. That obviously was advertised as a proper box, not as a completely and utterly destroyed box, but we can just sell it as the figure on its own. That's fine. And the second part of that bag was again more boxed figures, but you know, one thing you're not seeing or I haven't shown, which I might flash up on the screen, so if you're watching this back on the video you'll be able to see it, is the price that was paid for this bundle. You know, all of the figures that come in are very cheap, so I'm not going to complain too much. So we've got lots of AEW figures there. So we have Jack Hager in the prison match attire. We've got Eddie Kingston. Not seen much of Eddie Kingston on AEW. Is he out injured at the moment? We have a Stu Grayson. Again, the boxes of these figures are pretty trashed up, but again, I'm not really complaining of the cost. And these come with a pack of cards, so the figure can just come out separate. And the cards, you know, I've sold the packs of cards for more than what I've paid for these figures, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I mean, look at that one. That is terrible, isn't it? Look at that. But I think, you know, this was like £4 or something like that. It's very cheap. But that is trashed. Absolutely trashed. Would not recommend this seller if you were buying from them to get mint in box style figures. And there is a Powerhouse Hobbs and Andrade. He is sort of in the news lately with everything to do with the contract. Some sort of issue or complication with it. He appeared on AEW TV and then he's been taken off again because there's some sort of issue there with whether he should be appearing, whether he's got no appearance. We have Another one of the Dark Order there. We've got John Silver. Again, he comes with a pack of cards. His box isn't in a terrible condition, so we'll see how that goes on there. And then we have a Wardlow. Again, where's Wardlow gone? Is he injured? Don't really see much of him these days either. At one point, he kind of got really over, and then, I don't know, they just somehow messed that all up. And obviously the dude, Love, who looks like he's been sat on. So this next parcel is from the same seller as the previous one. So you'd think, oh dear. But he's learnt, because instead of in a bag, this time it is in a box. But the state of the box, if I turn that round, you can see big old dent in it. So it'd be interesting to see what we're going to find in here. Let's see if I can get that in there. As expected, there is no real packaging up going on there. It is just more AEW figures. So we'll get those out. So we had this time, we got another Stu Grayson in. Another John Silver. We got a Taz. We got a 1 of 3,000 Taz, which luckily has made the cut, and we got another Andrade. So that was, I mean, all in all, the cost of both of those bundles was again minimal. So we have a look at the two Tazes, side by side comparison. So that is the 1 of 3,000 edition, and that is the normal one. So head sculpts are the same, accessories are the same, except you get the baseball cap there, and a different jacket's the same. It is the same, yeah, it's just pulled over a bit more than the other one, and you've got different coloured trousers, but ultimately it's the same Taz figure. Box will be the same. Oh, you've got a different picture on the back there for the 1 in 3,000. But ultimately, it is the same Taz figure. This one goes for a little bit more because it's rarer. It's like the Chase, and that's the standard one. So the last big box is not going to fit on the screen because it was too big. So I will just start taking figures out and placing them in front to show you what we got. So first off the bat there, we had Lex Luger Ultimate Edition. Comes with the 2 belts. It's a great looking figure, isn't it? You've got the different heads there. Picture on the back there. Lex Luger. Great figure to get in. We then had an AJ Styles WrestleMania with a Vince Builder figure. You get the chest part in there. This is from the Boneyard match with The Undertaker, which was kind of during the COVID days when they tried to do kind of what the Hardys had done by doing a pre-filmed match. We got the Ultimate Warrior with the ringside exclusive Vault collection that they've brought out. It's a great looking warrior. I think the original one came as a 2-pack with Papa Shango. The original Defining Moments Hulk Hogan. It's a great figure, that one. Should be part of everyone's collection really, especially with Hulk passing. It's become more and more popular. We've got one of the newer legends there with Rosie in his superhero gimmick. This is the standard. I think there's a Chase version as well. That's the standard one. Triple H Survivor Series with the William Regal Builder figure. The box isn't great on this one, but this may be getting opened up anyway, and the figure and the BAF parts gone separate. And then some more Defining Moments with the Undertaker Defining Moments. And then last in that box, the Defining Moments Macho Man. Another great figure to bring to Medway Wrestle. We've had this figure plenty of times. I don't think we've ever had him boxed though, and new. That's a great figure to have, sort of from his WrestleMania 3 kind of look. So this is everything figure wise that we had come in. So next point is to get these cleaned, photoed, listed on the website, on eBay. Thank you for watching everyone. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.